Hello, pussycats. Let's see who you are, my dear Leos. I know, I think it was rather abrupt, wasn't it? Let's see who you are. Come here. Go over here. Let me take a good look at you. We're going to have Scarecrow. I'm not ready yet because I want to introduce this reading a little bit more to you. We're going to ask who you really are. How others actually perceive you. What others get wrong about you. How this affects you in relationships. And we're going to start with the Shadows of the Middle Ages Oracle deck. And then we are going to get into the Tarot of Positive Clarity. So let's see, Leo. Who Leo really is. Who are you? Ooh, the Raven. Magical? Well, this is very powerful energy. I'm going to say that. You could either be very benevolent with this or very malevolent. We'll see. We'll see whose energy I'm pulling on here. How others actually perceive you. Oh, the demon? Uh-oh. Are we pulling on one of those? I feel like every once in a while somebody comes to my channel who's like full-on nasty. What it is. Let's just see where this goes. Okay, what others get wrong about you. The bear. Kind of like soft and cuddly. You're soft and cuddly. You're not bad. Okay. How this affects you in relationships. The stork. Well, there's a lot to be born. There's a lot to be kind of like brought out into the open. I feel like with that. Hope. How does the bear bring hope? People get wrong about you. People think that you're the demon. Maybe your behavior is a little bit weird. But maybe there's something going on around you. I don't know. You have the eagles, the mask, and the snake. Okay, so the eagles is, this is this is actually like kind of like a spiritual, you could say it's a bit like a spiritual warfare energy. These two eagles represent like highly spiritual beings, and they are in an equal, they're equal to one another. But the match between them, the battle that they're engaged in is unequal. And in the mask, who's who here, and then there's secrets being kept. Could also be sneaky. This is quite an interesting energy. Could be sneaky. Could also be linked to esoteric information, kind of like the Raven. Let's look at the Raven together, shall we? This is who you really are. The Raven card represents secrets, mysteries, and hidden knowledge. It often signifies the presence of a messenger or a situation that requires careful observation and attention. The Raven's association with intelligence and intuition suggests the need to trust one's instincts and delve deeper into the situation to uncover the truth. However, it can also indicate a sense of foreboding or a warning to remain cautious in your endeavors. The Raven card is a symbol of mystique and magic. The card can speak about prophecy and the ability to see beyond the present. Wow. Okay, you know what? I kind of feel like there's a very, very strong spiritual side to you here. Some people get the wrong impression about it. That's what I feel like the demon is. Because you're the bear. The bear is really solid and cuddly. Yeah. Yeah, let's go to tarot on that one. It really does look like too, like it could be you know, like honestly, anybody who's not practicing, I don't know, it's not all Christians, but there's a good group of them. I don't know where they're coming out from, but where they're breeding them or what kind of ideology they have in their heads and minds. I know some of you are there watching me right now. Okay. And you like to put labels on who is bad and who is not bad based on what you think you know as a human being and your overexpansive ego about you being more self-righteous than other people. So those might be some people that you're dealing with here because there is a huge spiritual side to you. Okay. And I don't know, maybe you, you know, maybe your intuition is so strong here. People are like, what are you tapping into? Okay. So for some of those, I'm going to call them the crazy alt-right Christians that stalk me and stalk a lot of other terrorists. Let's just get that big pink elephant out of the corner and bring it to the front of the room. Let's just do that, okay? I would like to pose this question to you, my dear I'm a Christian, everything I read in the Bible is true, and that means you're evil. Okay? How is a tool that mankind is able to use only available to demonic forces? How can you tell me, and how can you explain that if God is all powerful, that God can't use a tool that demonic forces can use? Were you saying, like, what are you saying? You're saying that it's not possible for someone to tap into divine energy through a set of cards and through their intuition. They can only tap into the devil doing that. That's just ridiculous. Anyways, that right there denounces the power of God, to say that only the devil can work in this energy. Sure, there are people who are devilish and do that sort of stuff, but God is more powerful, so you're being stupid. Okay. I just feel like you're somebody who's like, there's probably people, I feel like there's somebody out there. Maybe it's just one person. Maybe it's more than that. Who like, look at you, go, oh, you know what, you're wicked. Let's see what the tarot says. If I start pulling out cards that show that you're wicked, then you just are, okay? So let's see who you really are. You are the Raven. Maybe the messages that you get can be like kind of dark at times, but the darkness is also the truth. Right? Like, because the Raven can be kind of seen as dark. It can also be associated with bad news, but the Raven, like, that's kind of like what mankind has pegged on the Raven. And I think that's more like sort of like European, because I don't feel like Indigenous people look at the Raven in the same dark way. The Indigenous people tend to look at the Raven as being a highly intelligent animal or bird that is capable of even like developing and using tools or finding tools. I don't know if they put them together, but okay, we really are. You're the Raven. Oh, look at the Two of Wands. Okay, I feel like I'm tapping into somebody here who might even do like, you look into things like some people, they it could be crystal ball, could be tea leaves, could be coffee grounds, could be like anything like that. Could be palm reading. I mean, could be cards too. But I feel like, yeah, that's very interesting, isn't it? You guide yourself. You strongly trust your intuition here. And your intuition likely doesn't fail you. To the point where some people might think, that's really supernatural. That must be bad. So, we really are. The Raven. You can see into your future. Maybe you even create your own future here. So a powerful manifester. Wow, the Hierophant. The Seven of Wands. The Five of Swords. Okay. This reading comes off in like a really big way. Okay, I'm going to describe to you like how it comes off to me, and then like, right, because tarot doesn't really have like a measuring stick to how like extreme certain things are that we're picking up on. This literally looks like you defend yourself. It's actually like, maybe that's why I went into channeling the, like, okay, I feel like I tapped into your energy, and let's just talk to those that like to judge in their little self-righteous attitude here, okay? Because I see you do deal with that, with the Seven of Wands and the Hierophant, right? This Hierophant cracks me up. I mean, he's just a kid. He's just a kid. I don't know how much experience he has. And if he grew up in that environment, I'll tell you right now, he doesn't know a hard day's work. Not at all. It's kind of like, ooh, yeah. I don't know. Maybe you could even be somebody who goes like to religious things and challenges them. I don't know here, because this is like a very, very highly religious looking card, isn't it? Very patriarchal. Very, very patriarchal. And the Seven of Wands, right? This Seven of Wands is somebody who is climbing the higher mountain. They're climbing the higher mountain, and they are aiming for their own success here, but they're kind of doing it the old-fashioned way, like through, blood, sweat, and tears. And this one is, I was born into it, or it was bestowed upon me, and everybody needs to listen to me. And please put lots of gold at my feet. That would make me very happy. And now I'm the boss of you. Yeah. Because, but see, now this is interesting though, because I feel like there's energy, this sort of like holier than thou energy tries to belittle you. And it's interesting though. It's not because, no, they really do think that you're demonic. That's how they perceive you. It's not, they really do. They're drinking their own Kool-Aid. They're drinking their own Kool-Aid. Okay, so they think you're the demon. I'm going to tell you right now. Some of you, this could be sexual desires that people have and they can't control it. Or you do this to me. You do this to me. Oh my God. Okay. That's actually sounding very patriarchal. An unhealthy masculine energy that can't control itself. You do this to me, so you're the demon. How does that, like, okay, I'm really, this is just, I don't know what kind of energy I'm tapping into today, but you're going to hear it. City, okay? If we all haven't been able to tell you, I'm a woman. I've been one. Well, no, I was a little girl. I started off as a little girl. And then I became more womanly after I got pregnant and had a baby. I can say that. So nature kind of did its thing. But that's nature. Nature is natural. This literally, they think that you're the demon Ace of Wands. It's either because of things that come out of you, like inspiration, or there's a sexual attraction here that they feel overpowers them. And that's the problem. That's their problem. That's just something nature made. Okay, and you don't have to be a woman. Because you could also be well, you could also be a man. You might have a strong sexual prowess, and people might think you're doing spells on them. Like there's something here where the way people feel about you is actually on them, but they're putting it on you. They're putting it on you. It's actually you. You're doing this to me because you make me feel this way. Because you cause a rise in me. I don't know. But this is almost like it kind of reminds me of The Sound of Music, like Julie Andrews. Singing through the hills, like just being kind of like free. And oh, maybe that's it. There's a strong patriarchal energy coming in here that judges you, is what I'm getting here. There's a strong patriarchal energy here that judges you because everything needs to fit in its place and everything needs to be defined. If it can't be defined, I can't fit it in its place and I can't control it. If I can't control it, I feel chaos and I cannot have all of this power and chaos. Okay. Well, you're really pulling out some cards today, Leo. Okay. Let's see more about why they think you're the demon. The world. Oh my gosh. So, the Page of Wands. The devil. Who is this? Who really thinks this of you? What have you done to someone? I don't, it's just like... Okay, let's just look at this. This is who you are. This is actually like really sweet. Maybe you like to barefoot. Maybe you're one of those barefooters too. You like to connect with the ground and walk barefoot, which is a very natural state, again, for the human body to be in. All animals pretty much walk barefoot on the earth, unless like horses, things like that, that are subjected to man-made situations. Wild horses do not need shoes. My dog has to wear boots on her feet in the winter because of the salt. And that's man-made too, though, right? But this is just sweet, just walking innocently and purely through the forest, carrying your crystal ball barefoot. You must be the demon because I have these thoughts and desires about you. I don't know. Okay, I want to say too that they think you're the demon because you cause, and there's tease here. This feels like tease. Right? I can't get to you. I can't get to you. You're the devil. You're the one thing I can't have. I think they need to look the other way. think so. I don't know, I'm just recalling a memory here of I think I distracted a man one day. I didn't mean to. I was pointing something out, and anyways, he lost his ability to talk for a few seconds. It did not seem like him. And then he seemed to, I think he used an association for what I was just talking about, that frown. I thought somebody needs to be able to do that right here. Somebody, if they are suddenly distracted by your butt, your face, your big biceps, your big pillows, whatever it is, this person really is, I don't know, but you also feel like you're the thing they can't have. And so that makes you bad. God, what is wrong with people? Why can't they just look at themselves and go, why do I want this so badly? What's wrong with me? As opposed to, you know, maybe, I want to say too, Leo, you tend to have, yeah, you tend to be, and okay, as another fire sign, I'm like, I love it. I love it. Like, you look great. You do your thing. You be flamboyant. You be proud. You be whatever. Like, I'm like, that lady got it going on. That guy got it going on. There's nothing wrong with that. But this is somebody, or maybe even a group here. Maybe you even go to church. Like, maybe you're like, you know what? I believe in Jesus. I like to go to church. I want to connect with that as well. And, you know, maybe you say things every once in a while, little things that come out of your mouth, like you could even be channeling and you don't realize it. And you say something about, you know, well, it'd be interesting if something like that happened in the future. And then it does. And then all of the other parishioners like, oh, that's 2 or 3 times now that Leo has said that. And it's come true. And look at the way they dress. You know, there's something about this is also giving me kind of, oh, yeah. What's that Dolly? It's funny, Dolly Parton. Because I'm sure a lot of men think she's a demon. Dolly Parton. That, what's that song called? Because that whole song is about people who have problems and they project it onto other people. And they vilify other people when they're actually the villain. Because they don't want to look at their own shit. I'm really seeing that in your reading. It's, Harper Valley PTA. That song is hilarious. It really, and yeah. And like, actually the problem is all of them. That's funny. Anyways, like what they get wrong about you? Can I read you the bear? Can I read you the bear? The bear is like so sweet and cuddly. Warm and toasty. The bear card represents strength, power, and authority. It symbolizes a dominant figure or a situation where you need to assert your influence. It can also indicate protection and nurturing, like a motherly or fatherly presence. The bear card advises you to tap into your inner strength and take charge of your circumstances with confidence and determination. Okay, I want to say right there, that's also the part of you that is like, I own me, you need to own you. Like, that's kind of the part here that they don't get about you. It reminds you to embrace your leadership qualities and stand your ground when necessary. Be resilient and strive for your goals. Don't be afraid to show yourself in a strong light. Oh, see? That's strong Leo. Be strong, Leo. I know, like, a couple of Leo friends that I've had have struggled with confidence. And I feel like, you know, sort of the card that represents us as the major arcana in tarot is not the card that we were naturally born into. We have to learn to be this. It's important that our soul's journey is that. Don't you ever feel ashamed of having the best hair at the office? Don't you ever feel like you should make yourself small? You are Leo energy. You need to just like own that crap, baby. Just be Leo. You cause things in them. This is funny. You got the double devil. That's how they see you. You're a double devil. The bear. The magician. Wow. What you're manifesting. You are manifesting stability. You are not manifesting, maybe it's your version of stability too. It doesn't fit into whatever this little dude's idea of stability is. You are manifesting stability. You are very fatherly and motherly too. Oh, geez. As I said that, the Ten of Pentacles. Painting a beautiful picture. Oh, the Nine of Swords. And the Six of Cups. Okay, what others get wrong about you here is some of you may have even been through some sort of a situation where you were controlled in some sort of family dynamic or some type of group dynamic here. Or maybe money has been used to try to control you. You might also have some sort of prophetic dreams. You wake up like in a cold sweat, and what just happened there? I don't know. Something about waking up from a dream. You've seen something. I feel like you've seen something. I feel like you also, maybe you solve riddles in your sleep, like through dream state. The combination of how these cards have come out is really fascinating. See, this feels like something deeper that was inside here. This image of this family is deeper inside his mind, inside his psyche. And he's suddenly like had an epiphany moment in the dream, or something has happened and he's like suddenly awake, and he's sitting up in the dream like aghast. And there's almost like some sort of like, maybe even understand, like, I don't know if this is seeing into the future. This is like experiencing a past through the dream state and then seeing something into the future. And it's beautiful. It's a really beautiful energy. It's almost startling. I don't know. I feel like you feel, I'm getting the impression that you feel sort of maybe anxious in certain scenarios here where control is placed on you. Kind of like, right, like thinking of like Leo energy, like the lion needs to roam and claim its territory and own its territory and be the king of the jungle. There might be some sort of family situation that is giving you like some type of anxiety too. How this affects you in relationships? Well, this is very curious. I mean, people or someone here thinks you're the devil. But this is very hopeful. So I don't know. The stork. It's the symbol of rebirth. It's a symbol of birth and good news. Maybe things could only get better. Maybe that's what that means. The stork card represents change, transformation, and movement. It signifies a shift or transition taking place in your life, often for the better. The stork card can indicate physical. Okay, yeah. Physical and metamorphical. Yeah, it changes. That's what I think what it is. I think because there's somebody here who thinks you're like, I don't know. Oh my God. You're doing spells on them, or you've done something. You've done something to them. They just feel like, oh, the stork. Maybe somebody here perceives you as being controlled. Maybe they don't see you as the devil. Maybe they see you as being controlled by the devil. The stork. The fool. Fresh starts. Well, I feel like you have to go in the other direction. Well, why not? I don't know. How do you build with someone who sees you like double devil? You can't. So you're going on a fresh start here. Fresh start towards change. The Hermit. Some of you might be leaving a place. Like getting away from, I don't know, a town, a work, home. I don't know. You might be going on a bit of a pilgrimage here. The Five of Cups. And the Page of Pentacles. I do feel like, okay, I feel like that there is, I feel like there's two camps here. I feel like there's a camp of people that think you're a little bit wicked, a little bit naughty and evil. They're just always going to project, I guess. And then I think there's also a camp here that thinks you are being controlled by something, and you're trying to get away from what's controlling you. I don't know. It could be a law. It could be some type of tradition. It could be an agreement, but it's designed to shame you. Its intent is to try to shame you and keep you down. Like that's here with your energy and trying to defend yourself from that, from something that could potentially or willingly try to shame you or keep you down. So some people perceive this, that you are trapped in something here that is very difficult to get out of. And really the only solution you have is I don't know. For some of you, there could be some even loss of funds here. There could be some, oh, there's the barefoot. See, I'm following the bare feet here. The bare feet seem to symbolize the path of, I want to say purity, like you're walking in your purest sense here, because the hermit has the pure feet. Now, this little page has been pure feet in it, but it's almost like his feet have gotten sore, or he's put some little socks on there. This, for you in relationships, I feel like you've had to move away from some relationships here. I don't know if some of these relationships might be unintended casualties of a situation that is bigger than yourself that you're dealing with. And some of them might be connected to whatever this is that feels bigger than you that you're dealing with. That feels like it could hold some sort of power over you and try to shame you. So yeah, you are, I'm going to say you probably are maybe even a little sneaky here, but I don't feel like you're being sneaky because there's some type of ill intent. I'm just saying that because you have the Seven of Swords here at the bottom. It does look like there's something trying to control you. Let me just clarify this Hierophant. The Hierophant. The Three of Pentacles. Well, it's funny, right? It's almost reminds me of a church group getting together to, just because of the arch. I guess it could be. It's you know, it has the feeling of some type of institution, like something that has some sort of long-standing history, the system built around it. You might even know an awful lot about this too. Some of you here I could also be picking up on the energy of someone who was born into some type of covenant. And you have a lot of knowledge and information about this. And some people may associate you as being evil. I'm going to say that because of that, or because of a family history, which is also like there's some sort of family history here that can cause quite a bit of anxiety and worry. It's kind of like seeing the purity of the soul on the other side of a nightmare. That's what they don't know about you. Seeing the purity of the soul on the other side of the nightmare. Oh yeah, I did clarify the Hierophant. And that ends us with the Five of Cups at the bottom. Kind of sad and disappointed based on a situation. I'm going to go do your extended, Leo. It should be interesting. In the extended, I'm going to ask who they are, who they is. So it could be somebody. Now, because I do feel like there are two camps here. And when I mean that, there's people who are going to see you as being kind of like bad and evil. And then there's other people that see you caught up in something that is bad and evil. And you're not necessarily that, but you're having difficulty extricating yourself from it. So I leave it up to Spirit in the extended, who Spirit wants to talk to you about in terms of they, right? So we're going to ask who they are, how you perceive them, what you mostly get wrong about them, and what positive and negative ways has this person affected you. There's two links below in the description for your options to follow me to the extended if you would like to. Thank you so much. I better stop now because I'm having trouble talking. Until next time, Leo, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.